today we're gonna make a cake. So let me show you from where you want to be looking. Okay, so we are going to start with the star of the show, 2 scoops of the Mía powder. That's gonna give us some of that chocolate goodness. So let's go ahead and get this in there. Ooh, kind of fun. And next, we are gonna go into our almond flour, which I have here. And we are gonna be doing 1 cup of that. I hope you can't see me whipping because I'm the most ridiculous whipper ever. So we're gonna be doing, I have a 1/2 cup here, so I'll be doing 2 of these to get 1 cup. So we're starting with the dry ingredients. So here we go, another 1/2 cup of that. And then we're gonna move on to the oat flour. And we're gonna be doing a 1/2 cup of that. Let's get that in there. Here you go, you can see it. Perfect. Okay, and now we need the baking powder. Oh, let me go grab that. And we are going to do a 1/2 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. There's 1, and there's a 1/2. And then now we're going to do the baking soda, and that is only a 1/2. So let's do a 1/2 of that. Here we go. And I measure with a heart here, guys, so I'm sure some of you are going to tell me that I'm not doing it precisely correct. And I'm probably not going to love what I'm about to do here as well. So we'll find out like a 1/3 teaspoon of salt. I'm doing pink salt. I'm sure someone's going to tell you there's like all these other salts that I should be doing. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to take that and we're going to mix. Okay? Let's just mix it gently, easily. Just make sure it's all together. Okay. We're gonna come back, we're gonna get this better. Just a minute, let me just make sure I get this all, get all those, many of the clumps as I can. Nobody likes those clumps. And actually, let's move to a whisker and accomplish that a little better. Yeah, there we go. So that is now mixed. And we're gonna start on those ingredients. So let's bring this in. And we are going to do 3 eggs. Let me grab those. So I have 3 eggs here. Okay. And let's do 1. Tell me if I drop any of the shell in. I shouldn't. Ooh, I think I did, actually. I normally don't. There we go. 2. Any tips on eggs or anything, guys? I always like to take them. And 3. Now, next rule, just use the eggs, wash my hands. I'm gonna pause you guys for 30 seconds. It takes me to wash my hands. Okay. And then we will move on to the next ingredient, which is a little under a cup of almond milk. in here. So just a little under a cup. There we go. Actually, I should have whisked this first. So let's go ahead and do that now. And we'll keep adding. Okay. Now, oh, not quite. Okay. Now, we are going to add about 1/3 cup of pre-melted coconut oil. Okay. And then next up, we have our vanilla. 1 teaspoon. I like to get my Mexican vanilla. I actually have my parents bring it up whenever they're down there. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and mix that up. Okay, so that looks good. So we're now gonna take this and incorporate this into our dry ingredients. Let's see if I can do this gracefully here. Not easy to do while filming. But let's pour the rest in, because I'm not gonna be able to do this in a pretty way. Let's get this all together. And we only have a few more things left to add. Okay, so while this is mixing, we're gonna do about 1/3 cup of monk fruit. And obviously you can pick a different sweetener if you like it. I have specifically chosen to go with this just because obviously that's what we use in Mía, and I think it's nice from a consistency perspective. Use the same. So do 1/3 of this. Okay. And then last, we're gonna do 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. All this together. Really good. Okay, now let's get this poured into the cake pan. Anybody who's got good tips on parchment paper and how to do a better job of this, feel free to send them my direction. Can't say it's my skill set. Even though I do love baking. I think I'm more of a cookie person, especially during the holidays. I love baking cookies in the holidays. Not because I don't love a cake, which is why I wanted to make this. I'm just not always where I'm at. Okay. And there we go. Let's get this in the oven at 350 degrees. We're gonna try it for about 28 to 30 minutes. Okay, we are back and we're gonna make the frosting. I already have the monk fruit in, so we're trying to keep on the path of keeping this healthy. So we are now going to do, so we did 2 tablespoons of monk fruit. We're gonna do about a cup, and I only have a third of a cup, so I'm gonna do 3 of these. A cup of Greek yogurt. And then we're gonna do a splash of vanilla. Once again, using my favorite Mexican vanilla. Ooh, that was a little more than a splash. I think I'll like it. Hopefully everybody else does. And then we're gonna whisk this up. This is gonna be very vanilla forward, but it's okay. We're gonna do something special with this, and you'll see that at the end. Okay, there we go. Okay, final result. Not getting that quite sound.